everybody. So today is Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this is the first week of June. And last year I started a new tradition on my channel where in the month of June, I do what I call Teen Month. And Teen Month is where I do reviews of movies that are for teens, obviously, but for older families, for a little bit slightly more mature content. We're not talking about R-rated content, but it's just a little more edgy than maybe I might have for other months for family movie night. So we have 4 choices coming up this month, and I think you're really going to enjoy the reviews. So I'm very excited. Today we're looking at the 2004 film Mean Girls. This movie actually came out on my mission, so I did not see it when it was new in theaters because I was on my mission from 2003 to 2005, but I caught up with it when I got home, and I really enjoyed it. I was never as high on it as some other people because I just have such an attachment to Clueless, and I felt like this wasn't as funny and it wasn't as good as Clueless. It wasn't as, didn't have the heart to me that Clueless had. And in many ways, I kind of feel like they took the Cher and Dion characters in Clueless and they made them kind of the villain, which I think is a little bit easier. It's not as nuanced to kind of make a character that's sort of a bubblehead character like Cher and make her nuanced and interesting and when you root for. And so I don't know, I was just never as big a fan of it as other people, but I still do like it, and I think it is pretty funny. Basically, it's about this girl named Katie who has been homeschooled. Her parents have been in Africa, and she goes to start school in Illinois at this new high school for her, and she finds out very quickly that there is this group of mean girls, popular girls, called the Plastics, and the Plastics are led by a girl named Regina George, and they have Gretchen Wieners and Karen Smith, and that are played by Katie is played by Lindsay Lohan, and then the Plastics are Rachel McAdams, and then Gretchen Wieners is Lacey Chabert, and then Karen Smith is Amanda Seyfried. And they obviously went on to become huge stars, especially Lacey Chabert on Hallmark Channel. Katie becomes friends quickly with Janice Ian and Damian Lee. And they're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of cynical and too cool for the school and everything like that. But they still, I think in the end, kind of want to be accepted in the thing. And so they start this experiment that she's going to try to take down the Plastics. That's what Katie's going to do. And so she ingratiates herself with the Plastics, and she finds out about this burn book, which is all of Regina's hate and frustrations and rumors and just mean things. Also gets to know Regina's ex-boyfriend named Aaron Samuels, played by Jonathan Bennett, who's also a Hallmark guy now. And that is really charming, and he's super charming in the role. And I think it's fairly believable that these people are in high school. It's not as bad as some other movies or shows. We have other ways that she starts to kind of try to take down the Plastics with feeding Regina these nutrition bars that are high in calories, and just trying to turn the Plastics against her, trying to make her unpopular, all that stuff. But she actually kind of becomes the Plastics as she's sort of trying to take them down at the same time. And so that's sort of the interesting thing. And my favorite part of the movie is actually Tim Meadows as the principal. I think he is so funny when he goes all sort of ghetto on things. And not watching the show Schooled, he plays the principal on that show, and I think he brings a lot of the same energy, and he's pretty funny in that. And you have Tina Fey in this, who's the calculus teacher, and starts to notice that Katie's grades keep going down and she's not doing as well. I think anybody who's sort of dealt with high school and those cliques and everything will definitely be able to relate to this, and how you can kind of sort of lose yourself in trying to be part of the group. And I think there is a bit where you actually do feel a little sorry for Regina. She's definitely a villain, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Amy Poehler in this. as sort of Regina's trying to be cool mom. She's a little much for me, but it's the only movie that I really like Tina Fey in, and she did co-write it, and I'm just not a big fan of hers, but this movie is good. You know, she's just basically a supporting player, and she does a good job with the writing. So give her that credit. And yeah, it's just basically it's a movie that anybody can relate to. It has some good laughs. I love the Halloween party sequence. It's really funny, and just some of the dialogue, some of the narration, some of the, you know, they do a good job. I think that Lindsay Lohan does a great job with playing Katie, and as she becomes the cool kid, like everything that happens. And I really like Lizzie Kaplan as Janice. I think it's definitely everyone can relate to that character. And I mean, just almost all the roles I really enjoy. And it is funny, and I think it will speak to most any teen. So let me know what you think. And do you like Mean Girls? Do you think it's overrated? Do you think it's perfectly rated? What do you think? And which would you pick, Clueless or Mean Girls? Like what I'm doing here on my channel and on the podcast, I'd really appreciate if you would consider becoming a Patreon. It's not just for Hallmarkies. It's also for our animation community. You can be part of the Facebook group. There's lots of cool perks where you can request a family movie night. You can get me to watch for a season of a show that you actually don't normally cover TV. I will do that for a certain pledge, and you can request a podcast done by me or Stanford or any of my co-hosts that you prefer, and that would be really fun. So lots of cool things, and I would love to have that community and that support. And so you can support the channel for as little as $2 a month, and that would be amazing. So thanks so much, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.